Hello and welcome to today's video. On day number 1, we made a push from level 94 to halfway through level 95, and on day number 2, we decided to push all the way to level 96, with getting a little bit more experience to boot. In addition, of course, we kept doing our slam sessions. This little demon machine got sadly IAS and crushing blow, which is not the best. But we still continue on doing our slam sessions. Lidless got one skill, Horizon 6-6 brick. Then we got another Horizon with another 6-6, which slammed for 20 FCR. It's a pretty nice slam for Wind Druids, so I decided to keep it. And an almost anti-perfect Warlord Axe rolls 4 sockets, which is pretty useless. So we go ahead and sell those. Pick up a few more items. 2 sockets on Medusa's Gaze. Executioner's Justice for the, I think, 3rd time that we drop. Slams undead damage. Tomb Reaver 3 sockets, sadly, will not get slammed. And an all-red slam on a Storm Shield, which honestly is not that bad. It's kind of like having an Rune inside it. So we go ahead and grab a few more items. The less notable items. A G-Bang, which we got cannot be frozen on, which is probably the worst slam you could possibly get ever on a G-Bang. We got one on Akira's on day 1. Free socket on Cyclopean Aurora. Shame it was for casting and not for striking. That's normally the one you want. 5 max fire Andes. That's actually a pretty good helmet. So like I'll probably keep it, because it can make my setup for Rathma a little bit better. A Stalker's Call, which we break. Whispering Mirage rolls -5, gets life after each kill, which makes it not that useful. Could probably be good for like a beginner Mind Blaster. So far, only the Andes really was that interesting. Yeah, I'm considering which things I should take with me on this one. So go ahead and grab like all the rings. And I'm saving the F Stormfire for last because I felt like that was the best drop we got. Okay, time for rings, and I was betting that there will be at least +1 skill ring in that batch. That was my hope. Yeah, between the Arax, the D-Web, the Spirit Keeper, all these like cool items, I was really hoping to get something really nice in there. The D-Web sadly rolled 2-2. We get Dwarf Star, Manal, Nagel, and there is a Wisp there, so you know at least one thing went all right. The Dwarf slammed 10% fire, so not that impressive. Spirit Keeper slammed enhanced defense, which is pretty useless, so I just gave it away. 15 regen mana on the Shadow Dancers, 2 O's on a Shaco. Minus defense, not the best on Lightsaber. Enhanced damage and Deadly Strike on Grandfathers. As far as I know, this is a pretty good slam. Despite it not being ethereal, so I think it's pretty solid. Breaking the Arax. I normally break the Arax, so that's okay. And I actually go ahead and Demonic Cube the D-Web. I wanted to have 3 skills on it, and it somehow got worse. So we Demonic Cube it again. This one got 3 skills -16. And of course we box it first for 2 sockets so we don't slam sockets on it. And that's obviously not going to be a problem for us. Because we're not going to slam sockets on it at all. We just break it. And for the Wisp, we got Poison Res, so it did survive at least. And we did sell it like shortly after. And lastly, last item we had on the list was the F Stormspire with a pretty solid damage roll. We were hoping for 6 sockets or EDIAS. These are the best slams that you can get. And we go ahead and get minus cold resistance, which is... well, it's just awesome. Not gonna lie. Either way, it's still an F Stormspire, so it's a cool drop, but overall, not the best. It doesn't look the best for us for these slam sessions so far. Let me go over here. I wonder why I marked that as a timer. I might be wrong on that. Oh, there we go. So for the second slam session, it wasn't as big. It was kind of like towards the end of the day, and we were about to take a small break. So I was like, okay, let's do a little bit of a smaller slam session, just to see if we can get anything interesting. And 15 poison skill damage, Trangs, slam all attributes. This is like useful sometimes for boss fights, but otherwise not that great. Jalal's rolls 1 skill, so we keep it on the ground. 2 socket cats, which will also be thrown on the ground for anybody who needs to use it. Break the halberds. More travelers, hit 16 cold res. Pretty low roll on the MF as well, so we just gave them away. Another War Fist broken, another Mirage broken. We get Nokazan Relic that flies on the ground as well. And we get a Windhammer, gets FCR, Odium with 4 sockets, 2 pairs of Drax. Go ahead and slam the first one, and it gets IAS, and that's actually a pretty good slam. I think it's one of the best slams for Drax, so we definitely decide to keep it. IAS Drax, I think last season when they still had 10 IAS before they were nerfed, getting like 20 IAS Drax was like incredibly valuable. But I'm sure like 10 IAS is still considered useful. And for the last batch, we had a lightsaber that we break. Ever Dungos, it's 15 PDR, gets 10 FHR slam, which I think is pretty good. Both for bossing and for just mapping with, I think it's pretty nice. Putting a Nos Coil, gets replenished life. We get Nature's Peace, free to poison 2 to the rest. And a pair of Gore Riders. We slam the Gores for enhanced defense, so not the most useful slam, sadly. Slam the Natures for free PDR, which is one of the better slams you can go on a Natures. Shame it doesn't have free to fire or free to lightning, but I think this is still a very good slam. On the Mars, we get 11 energy, which is, I mean, it's a slam for sure. And this one, I think, is kind of like the highlight. We got +1 skills to a 2 to Shadow Discipline, 75 PLR. And maybe last season nobody would care, but this season, Mind Blast is a viable Rathma killer. So getting like free skills, 75 PLR Amulet with a bunch of cold res, I think is pretty cool. So I was pretty happy about this one. For me, this was a pretty big one for sure. Lastly, second grandfather of the day, which I believe we'll be slamming as well. And we slammed it with 3 sockets. Only half of what we were looking for, so again, goes on the ground. And that was our day in slams. We also got a bear rune, which was pretty nice, but otherwise we didn't get any other runes that we can report. Alright, so after that we just went back to mapping. We didn't really take any breaks. And that's pretty much what we're up to. We're just doing maps like one after another. All of them are slammed, SOH, you know, the good stuff. We're gonna do this all the way to 97, looking to do this in 3 days. So right now we're at 10%. So day number 3, we're looking to get to 40, day number 4 to 70, and day number 5 to level up. I'm also considering farming her EXP through bosses as well, since we know that she can do Rathma, and I have so many entries. I might do that as well, so we might see some boss farming with this girl too, just to see if I can do it like consistently. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this content. If you do, I hope I'll see you on the next stream or on the next video. That said, I'm gonna continue grinding and have a good whatever you're having. Until next time, bye bye bye.